Hey guys, Kurt here of NK Garage, and today we're going to do something different. I wanted to give you guys a little tour of some of our eBay processing. So this is what we call our shipping room, and that's because this is where we ship all of our eBay items. It's also where we keep all of our inventory. And today is Monday, so we have a whole weekend's worth of sales. So I'm here with Stephanie, Nick's wife.
Hi.
We also have Remy the dog.
Who's trying to get Bean the cat?
And there's a couple of kitties in here. And we have Nick. He's behind the camera. So, Steph does all of our shipping Monday through Friday. She ships every day while me and Nick are doing our landscaping jobs. And, well, we'll get into it. We'll show you guys a little tips and tricks if you ever want to sell on eBay or if you're currently selling on eBay. We do an alphanumeric system. So we have these plastic Sterilite bins. They're just cheap. We buy them from Walmart. They're labeled A through Z. And then once we hit Z, we start it again with AA, BB, and so forth. We also have a couple of extra small bins, like over here. We have this bin is hooks and Traxxas parts because we have multiple hooks. We only have a couple of Traxxas parts, so they're in there. When I get multiples of something, sometimes I just make a bin for it. Like we have 4 of these Husky ratchets. And then here, this is all small sockets. So I've labeled them sock A, sock B. But how the alphanumeric system works is you pick a bin. That's the bin you're going to put stuff in for the day when you do your listing. This is bin K. And then everything is in order by number. So this here is K3. We have K8 and so forth. If there's multiple of one item, like in here, I have some new old stock Craftsman wrenches. And they're all in the same condition. They're all the same series. So it's one per sale and they're in a bag. Somebody can buy multiple if they choose to, but the bag has one code and multiple items per bag. And that works really well for us. eBay has an inventory system, and when we pull our eBay inventory, we actually print a pick list, and it says on there all of the codes, so we don't have to go hunting for them. It just has, it'll say H3, K7, and so forth. So Steph has pulled everything this morning. We have all these tools laid out. As you can see, we sell a lot of wrenches and sockets. That's a big bread and butter item for us. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with sale number 1. We have this SK oil pressure sender socket. Steph, what did it sell for?
Sold for $13.
$13 for that one. Next up is a Torx bit. Our letter codes are on here. Steph, what brand is this?
Craftsman.
What did it sell for?
$12.50.
Next up is a Craftsman 17 millimeter wrench. What did this one sell for?
$11.
For a VA series. Somebody bought 2 Craftsman wood chisels. These are from the flea market haul a couple weeks ago. What's the total on those?
$55.
$55 for these 2 wood chisels. They're new old stock. That was a great buy on our part. We have a wire stripper here. What's the total on that one?
$12.50.
$12.50. Next up, we have another Craftsman wrench, 7/16.
$8.99.
And we have a Craftsman double box.
$10.50.
Got probably a Craftsman socket here.
$8.50.
Looks like a metric socket. This is a unique item. It is a milk bottle from Beechmont Dairy. I don't even know where that's from. I came across a collection of milk bottles years back when I was doing a garage clean out, and I just couldn't throw them away. And after sitting on them for several years, I decided to sell them on eBay. What did this one sell for?
$12.
$12 plus buyer pays shipping on that one. That'll get boxed up very nicely. Got a Craftsman old Flying V double box wrench.
$12.
Somebody bought 3 Craftsman sockets here.
$25.65.
Then we have another Craftsman socket here, a small one.
$8.50.
Craftsman double open wrench, 13 by 15.
$8.95.
Another Craftsman socket.
$8.
It's a 17 millimeter. Craftsman deep socket.
$8.
Craftsman 11 millimeter wrench.
$8.55.
We have a hex socket.
$13.
That's a snap-on, I think, correct?
Yep.
This is an old breaker bar. Is this Bonnie? Yep.
Yes. It is $15.
$15 for the 1/4-inch breaker bar. We have a old Craftsman wrench. This is old one before the codes or anything.
$8.
Craftsman V Series, double open.
$7.
We have another Craftsman 5/8 wrench.
$8.
Craftsman 10 millimeter wrench.
$13.
And we got a double box wrench made by Husky.
$9.99.
Another Craftsman socket, 15/16 Flying V.
$7.60.
13 millimeter wrench.
$8.
Craftsman V Series 13x15.
$12.50.
It's the second one we sold this weekend alone. Got a Craftsman Flying V double box.
$12.
Craftsman 13/16 socket.
$9.
Williams double open super wrench.
$10.84.
We have a 9 millimeter Craftsman.
$9.
Got a 9/16 by 5/8.
$10.
Got a Craftsman 27 millimeter.
$13.
And a Craftsman 3/4 deep.
$8.50.
We have an Armstrong lathe wrench.
$15.
And to top it off, we've got another old Craftsman 3/4-inch combination.
$12.
And
we want to mention that these are all gross profit.
yes, these are not profit sales. These are all gross sales. So this is what I listed them on eBay, or if there was an offer given or a discount applied, this is the gross that the buyer pays before tax, or with this one before shipping. All of our small items have free shipping, but some of the larger items like the milk bottle and this auction lot over here, shipping is for the buyer to pay. This is an auction lot of bulk mechanics tools. I threw a lot of sockets in here. There was actually a good amount of USA stuff in here. I threw in some of the uglier looking Craftsman wrenches. There was about 15 to 20 Craftsman wrenches in there that just had rust or excessive amounts of owner's marks. But I think the buyer gets about 100 tools or so, all packed nicely in this flat rate box. Probably weighs about 40 pounds, I would guess. What's the gross sale on that one?
The gross total after shipping?
What does it say?
$70.50.
I believe they paid $70 that got bid up to. That was a 10-day auction, and that's not bad. Somebody's going to get a good deal on a bulk amount of tools, and we get to sell a bulk amount of stuff that wouldn't sell individually like the rest of this. A weekend's worth of sales like this probably adds up to maybe $400 to $500, maybe a little bit more. I didn't run the exact numbers, but it wasn't a crazy weekend. We didn't sell anything super big, but I didn't really list any newer large inventory last week. So like I said, it's a lot of bread and butter, wrenches and sockets. It's nice to see that the wood chisels will be going to a good new home. These are the ones with the striking cap. So they're definitely nice.
They're also the stinky kind.
They are the ones that you don't want to be smelling. They're not too bad, but they do have a little hint of the mange. So once we pick all the items, then we go through eBay's bulk shipping label buying service. I can't show you too up close because I don't want to give away anybody's addresses, but then we purchase our labels. We combine shipping labels for people that have bought more than one order. And what's the shipping going to cost us today?
$158.22.
Yeah, so probably I'm going to say estimate this might be more $500 to $600 of gross sales. We'll spend $150 on shipping. eBay's going to take their fees, of course. I call that another $120. So our profit, it's probably around $300, just rough math. And once we purchase the labels, we'll go ahead and print them. And our brand new thermal label printer will do its magic. So this is a Munbin. I bought it on Amazon. It was half off, so I think we got it for like $80. Normal price is $160. These things are not cheap. If you get the better brands, you could spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And we're just using it for simple 4" by 6" labels. They're all thermal printed, so there's no ink, no toner, and each label costs us a couple of cents. It's all peel and stick, and you slap it on the packages. So while Steph is going through and gonna order the labels, I'll give you guys a quick little tour down here. Nick will come around and we'll show you how we package up most of these items. We've got tons and tons of these bubble mailers. We found that this works best for small stuff like sockets, even wrenches, breaker bars. We'll put special packing on stuff that obviously needs to be protected, like the milk bottle. Bulk sockets I would never ship in a bag. It's just too heavy, it'll blow open the bag, so that goes in a nice box, wrapped pretty well. Wood chisels, I always cover the blade. I have that. There's actually some plastic in there and then wrapped around with painter's tape just to keep that blade, it's very sharp, keep everybody safe. These are our smallest bubble mailers. These are 4" by 8". Then we have a medium size. These are 6" by 9". We go up to our next size. I believe these are 9" by 11". Then we have a 11" by 16". I think those are just more of them. And that's more of the small ones. And that's where most of our stuff goes, in these little bubble mailers. They cost 20 cents to $1 a piece, depending on the size. They're all peel and stick. It's very easy. So next step will, of course, be purchasing the labels. So we'll take a quick break, get that ready, and then we'll let you guys see the magic happen. All right, so we're ready to print the labels. Steph, hit the button. Looks like the first one might have been a misprint, but now it's working good. We just changed the roll of paper because we got this little purple device in the back to hold the paper roller. Remy is quite intrigued by the machine.
That's a lot of labels.
That's a lot of labels. 32 of them.
32 labels. So once Nick and I leave for work, Steph will then go to the post office and drop off these with the postman. We actually have our own postal bin. It's kind of cool. They let us have that. And there you go. So just a little tour. One last thing, Nick reminded me. This is where we put our bulk items. We call this the bulk shelf, and this is anything that I consider too big or too heavy to go in the plastic bins, like pipe wrenches. I'm gonna start buying less pipe wrenches because they're not selling as well. I think it's because the heavy weight makes it expensive to ship, and a lot of people are going to the aluminum style these days. So there are a bunch of pipe wrenches under here. If anybody's interested, check them out on eBay. I'll give you a deal. Just send me a message on there. I'll lower the price for you a couple bucks. We've got the 24-inch rigid in excellent condition. This is an old Pexto 24-inch. We have this 36-inch Stilson Woolworth. It's almost mint condition for its age. This thing is ancient. And we've got an angled rigid, along with a couple of miscellaneous items here. We have these old Singer sewing machine attachment cases. They're pretty cool. Those are super cheap. I've been trying to dump these. Check them out if you or anybody you know is into sewing or just wants a cool vintage case. They've got parts in them for some kind of sewing attachment, and we're not asking a lot. I think only a couple bucks on those. So check it out. That's it for today's video.
Don't forget the scan sheet.
Steph just reminded me, we've got one more thing. We're not used to doing this kind of video, so we're a little bit disorganized, but with the bulk eBay labels, eBay has a system called the United States Postal Service Scan Sheet. Steph's going to print that now. And basically what it is it's one scan barcode instead of 32 individual packages to scan at the post office. So all they have to do is scan one barcode, and then it'll sign in all the packages. So it's pretty cool. It's definitely something that you want to do if you're going to sell in bulk and be shipping out 30 something items a day. Saves you a lot of time, and it makes the post office employees much happier.
Yes.
So it shows on here, we've got one package for priority mail. That's the auction lot going in flat rate. And then we have 32 packages total because there's 31 for Ground Advantage. So that's it for today. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in buying from us on eBay, just hit the link in the description down below. All YouTubers get 10% off. That code is NKYouTube. So check it out. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think about our system. And let us know if you're also an eBay reseller. You know, we want to, support you guys as you guys support us. So maybe I'll check out your store as well. Who knows? Thank you guys, and have a great day.